Hello. I'm doing this video because today is what would have been Michael Jackson's 54th birthday, and I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. Always have been my whole life. Um, and his website asked fans today to send in either tweet or Tumblr or make videos or whatever, send in their ideas for how to heal the world, how to make the world a better place. And if you didn't know, Michael Jackson wrote that song for his album Dangerous, and he wrote it because he had gone on a trip, on a charity trip, I think to Africa, and he was so moved by what he saw there that he came back and he started the Heal the World Foundation, which helps support kids in third world countries. It helps support music education at all levels in schools. It promotes diversity and cultural acceptance. Um, it does a lot of really good things, and a lot of people aren't even aware that he had this foundation because it wasn't like it was in the press all the time. He didn't put it out there that he had created a foundation to help the world. That wasn't, I don't believe that that was the way he was. I mean, it was something that was in the liner notes of his albums and on his website and things like that, but it wasn't very widely known because I just don't think he wanted to be, I don't think he wanted to use his charitable giving as a thing to make him famous or to be really known for. I don't, I don't think at least that's what it seems like to me, because most famous people who start, their own foundation for something, it's like their thing. It's a big deal, and the press knows about it and everything. And like, it's common knowledge that this person has started this thing. But for him, it wasn't like that, and I think he wanted it that way. I think he wanted to be known for being a musician and have this be something that was funded by him and a few of his famous friends, and just something that was personal for him to do, to try to make the world a better place. So I'm going to give you guys some ideas, and I'm actually going to do two videos. The first time I tried to make this, I tried to make it one long video, and it just got too long, and I was talking too long, and so I messed up on the song. But, so I'm going to give you guys some ideas on, some ideas for making the world a better place, whether you do it today or next week, or whether this just like sits in your head, this information just sits in your head and kind of waits there until you have, and until you have the money or the time to do one of these things, or until you think about it again, because not all of these ideas require money. But a few of them are, I'm a partner with Joyce Meyer Ministries. Like I mentioned before in other videos, I really enjoy her preaching, and I'm a Christian, so her ministry really is life affirming for me, and really is a positive ministry. They feed people. They were one of the first people to go out, because their ministry is based in St. Louis, Missouri. So they went when the tornado, I think it was tornado, yeah, tornado hit in Missouri like a year ago, and they were one of the first ministries that were out there and helping people. So they do disaster relief. They do disaster relief. They feed people. They built, with partner support, the Transformation Center in Mumbai, India, which their mission is to help women who are being trafficked, women and girls who are being sold and used for sex by sex traffickers. So they do a lot of good things at that ministry, and it costs like $20 a month to support them. And then the other ministry that I support is Compassion International, and what Compassion does is they you can sign up on the website Compassion, I think it's compassion.org. I'll put links to all these things down in the thingamajig down there. So Compassion pairs you up with a child in need in another country. And what Compassion does is they pair you up with this child, but Compassion International is a Christian organization, and they have churches all around the world, specifically in places that are rural, that are where families don't have a lot of resources, where there's a lot of poverty, where there's people might be sick, just places that need, a positive place to have, kind of like a refuge. So, and these churches help sort of take up these kids, and they educate them. There's Compassion International schools. They help pay for, or they help pay for them to go to school in their community. There's also Compassion community centers in these areas, so that kids will have a safe place to go, like after school. And it's a program in those areas where those churches are, and the families that are involved, their kids graduate when they're 18. So it's a lifelong process of giving this kid a place to come, and a place to be educated, and a place to get a meal, and a place to get, and they also help the family with whatever they need. And they do this whether or not the child has a sponsor or not. They do this. This is their mission, to help impoverished and disadvantaged children in other parts of the world. I think there's even some kids on Compassion. No, there's no kids on Compassion in the U.S., I don't think. But I know there are some in Europe. So, it's not just like Africa. Like my child happens to be in Africa. His name is Ebenezer. He's from Ghana. But not every Compassion child is going to be, in Africa starving or something. It's not like that. They just help these disadvantaged kids. So, and what the sponsorship money does is sponsorship money goes directly to the fund to help that specific child. So like it's not like your money is going to a big pool, and it might get to your child or it might not. It goes directly to, like, the money that I send in goes directly to the Abdu family, and that means a lot to me because, you know, some organizations you don't know where your money's going, but I get pictures of him and we write letters back and forth, and it's just wonderful because I'm building a relationship with this little kid who lives, you know, on the other side of the world, and it's just wonderful to know that he's praying for me, his family's praying for me, I'm praying for them, and we have a relationship, but I may never have the pleasure of hopping on a plane and flying to Ghana because of my medical conditions to meet this kid. So, but we still can have a relationship, and I still know that this child is being taken care of, and that his family is being given more resources that they can use to better themselves, and that he's being taught the Word of God and the love of God, and that means a lot to me as a Christian person. And the other thing I wanted to tell you guys is Operation Beautiful. Just Google it and you'll find out about it. I think I might make a part 2 of this video because this is getting kind of long. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make a part 2, and then I'm gonna sing. I don't know if that'll be like a 3rd video or what. But yeah. So, bye. See you in part 2.